Hi and welcome to a new video. So today, as you probably saw from the thumbnail and the title, I am going to show you my daily routine for January 2026. I think I did my first one of these routine videos in maybe October of last year. And my routine has drastically changed actually because back then I had a lot of G2 horses to train, and now I have none, and I am trying to more so keep my horses for longer. I mean, I am keeping them, but if they aren't maxed, I feel like I can use them more. Does that make sense? Um, so therefore, my routine has changed, of course. Now it's definitely more shillings heavy, more shillings focused, if you will. And before it was definitely XP focused as well. But the first thing I do when I log on is do my garden. And I usually just plant whatever I'm low of, especially these. And yes, this plant is called krapp in Swedish, and I know it's a bit funny in English. But this one and the moss and the chamomile, and I don't really know what this one is called in English, but you can see from the picture, of course, because those are the ones you use to craft the garden powders. And I'm always trying to have a lot, so the max stack is 999. And right now I have been very good with crafting those, so I'm just planting whatever. I did do, in December, I think, I became obsessed with planting because I realized how good it actually is. And I planted a lot of these ones, which I don't really know what they're called in English, but the yellow flowers, because they have the shortest time to grow, so you can replant them the fastest, of course. Um, and I didn't really like planting them because I thought that it took a lot of time, etc. Now I'm more used to it, and it's not really as hard for me, or however you want to call it. Um, but yeah, I usually do not do these ones because, in December, I had more time to play. Now I feel like I can't just plant those, sit here for 40 minutes, and then come back and do it again, again throughout the day. So I usually just plant whatever I need. And I know that you can craft hay and stuff from this, but they are selling for not very much. I think I should be crafting all of those into hay at some point because I have a few stacks in my wardrobe now. But I'm not really in a rush. But yeah, so this is what I usually do at the start of my Star Stable day. Because that also means that if there is a day where I am wanting to play a bit longer, I can do so. Because then, yeah, it takes 2.5 hours for this specific flower to be ready. And let's say that it's if it's the weekend. Today it's a Monday, so I don't think I will be on for that long to actually be able to harvest these. Maybe I'll log on later tonight and do that. But probably these will be harvested tomorrow. But probably if it's a Saturday or a Sunday, maybe a Friday night, there's a bigger chance of me being on to harvest them. But I'm very interested to hear, what do you usually plant? Are you planting those flowers that are taking the shortest time, and are you standing here AFK while you maybe you're doing other stuff, because I'm definitely doing that sometimes in Star Stable. And I play on the Swedish server, but if I have any Swedish viewers, and if you like see me and would ask, oh, that's Star Wars The Stables, and just want to say hi, and I don't answer, I am 100% AFKing. I would never like not answer anyone. I mean, if it's a mean like thing, I wouldn't answer. But if it's like a hi or something, I would definitely answer. And if I don't, I am AFK. Because sometimes I have Star Stable on for like the whole day, but then I like do a little bit of stuff, and then I may start doing some laundry, and then I come back and play a little bit and harvesting flowers, and then I may go and vacuum the house, and then I come back here, and then I may, you know, if you're an adult or if you're doing house chores in general, I think you can imagine what I'm doing. I'm probably not alone in that. And it also keeps me like motivated, because I'm like, oh, I have this amount of time, and then I can go back and harvest my flowers in the Star Stable. But yeah. Now we are almost done, and I did this one all the way around today, because as I said, I have so many garden powders right now that I don't really need to think about it. And then I sometimes come over here and I may exchange my seeds for light. But I was thinking that we shouldn't like sit and do that in a video, because that's not very entertaining. But that's usually what I do. And after that, I do my little Valedale Forest run. I think in my October one, I was definitely doing this, but I was also petting all the horses, which I am not doing now because they are giving too much XP for my liking, unfortunately. So it's very rare that I do that. Let's see what we have. We have this one. And that one. And I usually turn off the snow when I do this, because I think it's a lot easier to see all the symbols. Okay, let's see. Here's the last one, right? Yes. And while I do all these rune stones, I also look for all the satchels, of course. And I actually use my own satchel guide video to see where they all are. So I am just going to get my phone and go to my own channel. And it's actually my most viewed video right now. And I don't think they're all me, because it has a few thumbs up, which I am very happy about, because it took a while to film all of these and to cut them down and, you know, make it so that it was easy to find them from the video and everything. And I have ads of my own video, of course. Okay, let's see. So, and I have stamps, which is really nice. So we're going to the 26th, which is today for me. And the second one is over here. Thank you. And okay, I'm going to get that one. So I follow like my own video and I try to do all the rune stones every day as well, because they give good light, which we are after, of course. And I like to do these. But for some reason, when it spawns here, it's like hard to get. Thank you. And I choose everything here and let's go. I think this is like the Pac-Man one, right? Think. Oh. And I saw that we had another one over here. And I know that some people are like struggling with these, but I actually like doing them. It's a little bit of like extra thought you have to put into it. Oh. Well, of course it should be like this. Okay. Sorry if you like saw that directly and you were like, oh no, what's she doing? Okay, and like this. And like that. And done. And we have another one. Yes. I need those lights because I want to buy some stuff. Like always in this game. There are so much nice tech and everything and I can barely keep up. But the light has definitely helped with that, of course. Because before we had to, you know, grind shillings with like races and stable shores, and that was basically it. So I'm very grateful for this. Let's see. Yes. And okay, this one was very easy because it's the same all around. It doesn't matter. Thank you. Okay, now for the rune stone over here. And I should also say this, that if you want to do everything that I'm doing in this video, you have to, like with the rune stones, like in Vale, you have to have it upgraded all the way. And my best tip for doing that is just when you have like enough light to make an upgrade, just do it, because it will give you more light as you're going. So that's my tip. Let's see, this one. And these symbols are in the same place like every day, but these ones change which one you are looking for. But I'm confused either way. Even though I do these every single day, I feel like I should have memorized them, but I haven't. But that also makes it a bit more fun, I guess. Okay, nice. Now we are done on this side of the river. So I want this one. And these ones are like a little leaf piles and you can find stuff in them if you have upgraded stuff from the big rune stone. And I'm now going back to my own YouTube video. And if you're interested, it calls All Trap Satchel Locations Everyday SSO Guide. So you can find it in my guide playlist, or you can just search for it. And a lot of other people have made them as well. But let's see, the third one. Over here, yes. thank you. And oh, and we can level up my little horsey. So now that the Connemara's have been out for a little bit, how are we feeling about them? I really love them. They are so cute and so fun to ride. And yes, I was actually going to talk about this because when I bought this horse on the Wednesday update video, the horse had braids and like a braided tail. And it was called Billy, and it was a gelding or stallion. But now she is a mare, and I have changed her in-game name to T-Kyle, which may sound a little bit strange, but it's to sound as much as tequila as I could in-game, because I realized, and I don't know how I didn't realize, because I have been waiting for a pony like this to be added, but this looks so much like my favorite horse when I was taking like riding lessons. So at the riding school, that pony was my favorite. And the saddles are down, so I'm going to the next roanstones. But that pony was my absolute favorite. I wanted to ride her for like every lesson. And she literally looked almost exactly like this, like the body and her little blaze is very much alike. She had a little bit less blaze, and her mane was like, I think this is called like roached. It wasn't like this, but her mane was like kind of crazy and like stood up by itself, but it was hanging like down on both sides. But of course that's not an option in Star Stable right now. But I thought that this one would represent her the best. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about that because of course this is my little heart pony. This is the Connemara I have been riding the most since I realized. Oh, sorry, horsey. So yeah, I am very happy to have her in game. Yes, and thank you. Okay, so now we have 2 more rune stones to do. And also, if you hear me drinking, I have my energy drink as usual, because this is like a daily routine video and I usually have my energy drink while I play Star Stable. So, cheers. If you have anything to drink. So here's the next location. So, okay, so I don't know, are you like this as well? I have made like, I call this the S symbol because it's like an S. And then downwards triangle and the angle and the slanted angle. And this one I call the little moon. And here we have this one, because when I have named them, I have had a much easier time remembering which ones I actually need to find. Where's the last one? Here, we need this one. Yes. Okay. And now we have the last rune stone. And how... I think we started with like 4,000 lights, right? I don't really remember, or did I check that like after we did the harvesting? Oh well. You of course get some light from doing this. And that's what I'm after, but I'm not usually doing like hardcore light gathering every single day. This is just like my base things I like to do. And up here we have the last one. And this one I call the Wisp, and this is the X. So we needed the moon, and we needed upwards and downwards triangle, and the X. So this is literally how I'm sitting in my head when collecting all of this. And the wisp, I know, is over here. And I don't know if they have like official names, but this is how I'm doing it. Now we are calling for pickup. And we are going to go to Starshine Ranch and do probably like one of the most important things for me. Which of course is the daily with Josh that gives you 10 XP every single day. And I know a lot of people may feel like that's nothing, it will take years to like level up if you only have these. But I'm more of like, if you do this every single day, it adds up over time, of course. I mean, it's like over 3000 XP a year, and we do also get quests every single year, of course, and like events and stuff, which also gives XP. And I would not be happy if I found myself having like, oh, I just have 500 XP to level up left, and then I know that if I just had done my daily Yosh quest, I would already be the next level. So that's my motivation. And of course you can't really farm XP, which you can with horse XP and lights. So this one is definitely like the most important thing. If I only could do one thing every single day, I would probably choose this one. Or I would. And we have to get some firewood today. And I can put my snow on again. I think it's cozy with the snow. I think it's disappearing this coming Wednesday update. So the 28th of January. So I am trying to use it as much as possible until it disappears. But I guess it will be back in like December this year. Now we are done here. And now I'm going to go to Wolf Hall Inn, actually. And here we are going to do something that I have like stopped doing for a little while because of the light. I thought that I didn't need this. But it's of course the archaeology. And to do this you of course have to have Epona unlocked, and I guess you have to do some quests to do this. I don't know how far you have to do the archaeology quests to get this, but we are looking for the stones that have like orange in it, because that's are like the extraordinary finds, or whatever they're called in English. And then I just mine it. And I usually turn off my snow here too, because they are quite hard to see without the snow. But these little stones are in the same place every single day, so I have like a little round I usually do. Because before the light, I feel like this was the main thing to get like a lot of shillings. Because the thing, for those who don't know, is you can exchange these into stuff up there with, I don't really know which NPC. But it gives you quite a bit of shillings, and then you can sell it, or you can store it in your wardrobe, of course. But I usually just keep them like this, and then when I need something I go and exchange stuff. So that's helpful too. And nothing here. Not there. And I have been doing these rounds for like years and years and years. So I don't really even have to like think about it. How I'm riding, where I'm riding, because I just know. And here it is. So this is the second location where you can do archaeology in Epona, and there are 4 total. And every single one has 1 orange stone each day. I probably should add that to those who haven't started archaeology yet or didn't like notice. Okay, so moving on. Okay, so here is the second location where you can do archaeology in Epona. Oh, it's already here. Nice. And on to the last location, which is just over here. And our last stone for today. Now I'm going to call for pickup again. So that was basically like my daily routine. But since it's Monday, I have one extra thing I try to do. But this doesn't happen every Monday, and I can also do it on Tuesdays. Because we have a daily at Mario's that gives you a starstone, I think it's called in English. And you get one when you complete the daily. And once upon a time, when we had a last wardrobe, which had smaller pages, I had a full page of these starstones, but then when they updated the wardrobe, I didn't do that for a while because I was like, that's a lot. But I have decided to start with this again. So here, stars. Here, a beautiful starstone, I think it's called. In English, maybe. And then you get a lot of different places to look for them here. So then I just collect them. And I don't know, I usually do this exact round. There we go. But as I said, this isn't like my every single day routine, and I don't even do this every single Monday. But for the sake of the video, and for the sake of I really want to do this every Monday, Tuesday, I'm doing it today. And now we have my stone. And you can also sell it for 70 shillings and you get like 25 from the actual daily. So, I mean, it's 95 shillings if you want to do it and sell the stone. Yeah, but that was my daily routine that I'm doing now in January of 2026. I hope that it was interesting to look at, and I would love to hear what your daily routines are. So please let me know. It's always interesting to see how differently people play this game. But with that said, I would love if you liked the video that you left a thumbs up and maybe subscribed if you want to see more content from me. But yeah, until the next one, bye!